Hi everybody, I'm BGA or AGB. I played Top Invite Spy for a while now in Invite for RGL Highlander. Never played UGC or anything, I've only played RGL. And I don't really actively main much anymore. The last season I played was whatever this past fall season was, where we got second place to Witness Gaming, and then the last season I played before that was whatever the spring season was before that, where we got first against Witness Gaming, or Fast Forward, whatever team it was. And those are really the only two full recent seasons I have under my belt, unfortunately. I used to play much more actively in the 2021 through 2022 year range of Invite Highlander, and now we're in 2024. But in that time, I have really noticed a big meta shift for Spy, and I kind of wanted to just make a video about it because I've had a lot of people ask me about it, both Invite players and players in lower divisions that I do mentoring work for. And I just figured in this video I would just, I'd go over it, because I think the class has really changed a lot from when I first started playing, and especially when I was at my peak of playing a few years ago. And I think it's important to go over it in this video because I don't think there's enough resources about Spy. There's a lot of POVs and stuff you can find online, but there's not many actual demo reviews for the class in modern day Highlander. Like, a lot of the stuff you'll find will be like faint demo reviews or VODs from God, I don't even know, late UGC Platinum era, and that is even more outdated than my old videos that I used to put out more frequently, but that's besides the point. So in this video I wanted to go over the current shift in the meta for, at least in my opinion, what the optimal way to play Spy is, and what kind of my thoughts and approaches are towards that new, almost paradigm shift for the Highlander meta. And I thought, what better chance would I have to go over that than this demo right here. Now, this was from my playoffs match versus Help this past Sunday, which, spoiler alert, we ended up winning, and then we played Grands on Monday, and we got rolled. Fortunately, I did well. I mean, that sounds selfish, but it wasn't even really my team. I was subbing in for my friend Jacob, or Domeno as people might know him, because I thought it would be fun to try playing again. And it was fun. I don't know if I'd ever want to main again, but it was fun, and I think I learned a lot from playing. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm just going to get into this demo review and pause it when I need to, or when I feel like I need to, and just go over some of my thought process and how it relates to how Highlanders play today. So yeah, I'll get into that now. So you can see here, I changed my loadout pretty quickly into this. You'll notice in the pregame I was on Ambi, I was just kind of on that for fun. Right here I'm on Revolver, and I want to preface this, sorry to pause so soon, but I want to preface this by saying I'm already expecting this loadout to not work, and I'm going to explain why. The reason why I'm not expecting this loadout to work is because my kind of whole main thesis, I guess, if you want to put it into nerd terms for this video, is that you cannot play Spy anymore in a way where you just solely want to play to be annoying and for kills, which is really the way I used to like to play. And it can still be good. I think a player who does that playstyle very well in the modern era is Jay-Easy, but and I think, Jay just won this past season. He beat me in Grands. He's a very good player. But I think what's interesting about that is that even though Jay has very good mechanics and he plays very similarly, I think, to how I used to play, he also plays very, very smart. He never puts himself in a position where he's out of position for things or caught off guard most of the time. He positions himself in a way where he can do the things a normal spy does, and then potentially get more value out of the fact, or after the fact, because he has just such good mechanics. Now, me on the other hand, his mechanics are definitely better than mine, and mine are not as good as they used to be. However, I think, because of my thought process, I think I still have some insight I can provide here. So, the reason why I don't think this loadout is going to work is because, well, A, you need to know what type of team you're playing against. So I'm playing against Help. I mean, every Invite Spy player will tell you and complain to you about how Help plays. Personally, I don't think they're even the worst culprit of spy checking excessively. I really don't. They definitely do it a lot, but there's... You can play around it like you'll see in this demo, and I'm going to go over that a bit, because I think a lot of newer spy players, and even, you know, some older ones who feel like they're just not making much progress, that's something they really struggle with. But the reason why I don't think this is going to work is because Highlander has changed so much in a way where people don't want to 1v1 the spy anymore. They just don't. People know it's a bad idea, especially now because basically every Invite Spy can hold their own in a 1v1 if they have almost the not even the upper hand, but they know it's coming. I mean, it's easy to 1v1 a spy when you're like shooting him in the back, which happens a lot to a lot of spy players because you can't always be looking your own shoulder if you're trying to go in for a kill, which is fine. But the way the current meta is played, it is very hard to engage in actual 1v1 fights as spy, even if your DM is good. And it's not even because of a DM difference, it's because of a meta difference where you'll think it's a 1v1, and then it actually turns into a 1v2 or a 1v3, depending on how many players get sent back. So you get behind and you get on a 1v1 with an engineer, right? Like, let's say you're trying to set up his tele, you need cloak, and he comes back and chases you. Okay, fine. So you take the 1v1, and there's two possible outcomes. You either win it, you kill the engineer, and then you finish that up in the tele, and you can get the ammo. But what's most likely going to happen is that somebody else is going to come back and chase you and trade you out after you've already killed that NG. They will most likely be coming in near the end of that DM exchange. Now, this is something that's tricky to talk about because it's not always guaranteed that's what's going to happen. It's just more likely than not when you're playing against good, competent opponents especially in a division like Invite for Highlander. People are going to do that very often because it's just the optimal way to play. So that's the first outcome, which is if you're playing like that, that is the best outcome. Ideally, you trade for the person and you try to not die for it afterwards. Now, the second outcome is that you lose the 1v1, so you basically throw your life away for nothing. And that's what makes this playstyle so tricky, because in the old days, you could rely on that playstyle a lot more if you really trusted your DM, because it's like, okay, so I just need to win my 1v1s, and I'm confident enough in myself that I can win more 1v1s than I lose as spy to justify playing like that. Now, because these 1v1s aren't even really 1v1s anymore, there's no real point in trying to play like that, because it just gets countered. Like, say you win the 1v1, you get lucky enough to kill someone in essentially what's going to become a 1v2 when you move up into higher levels of play. Even if you get lucky enough to trade out one person, you still throw your life away, and their team still ends basically that DM exchange, you know, with the advantage. Like, okay, we trade somebody out, but at least we take care of the spy, and now we can do a lot more stuff. So that's why I'm already assuming this loadout isn't going to work, especially with how teams play in Lakeside now, where before people would usually play behind cap a lot more, but as you'll see in this demo, they play a lot more on the ramp near Ruins side, meaning that if I'm on this loadout, and if they're all clumped in a corner on Ruins basically most of the game, there's nobody to 1v1, and you will really see that start to show up in this demo, which is why I end up changing my loadout to Latranger, and I think Stock Knife, or I might still stay in Spicicle as you'll see, but I'm going to play it, and we're going to get back into this mid. So, pretty standard mid. I want to play this pretty aggressively. I see an opening on the heavy because it's early enough in the game, and I get him. So that's fine. My loadout choice did not really matter there because it's quick enough into the mid. I got through on the cross. Right here, I'm just helping to do some gun damage to pressure them, and we're able to win the mid, which is really good. Right here, I'm trying to see if I can chase anything. I realize I probably can't, so I back up. I'm like, I'm just going to sap the telly now, which is fine. Getting the telly is always good. Ideally, I don't want to die for that, and fortunately I don't, in spite of how crusty that soldier's playing, but get the telly, and now I'm just back to being alive again. So they're rolling out right now. I'm still just kind of spotting things, and you're going to notice their team is getting ready to refight, and I'm stuck on bridge with no cloak and no positioning because I had to use up so much of my cloak calling what they're doing and really getting early vision on them that I'm kind of stuck in this weird position now. Now, normally in the old days, you'd be okay with this because you could go, okay, well, I have some options here. I can shoot them from dance floor to draw eyes. I can, see if I can get some metal somewhere else on the map and then re-engage in the fight. Shooting them from bats here isn't going to really work too well, as you'll see later in the demo, because as soon as I get called shooting them on bats, even if I spend only like 5 seconds shooting them, let's say, this soldier, I don't know where he is. I think he might still be... No, he's respawning. He is going to bomb me as soon as he has that call. Every top-level team is going to play like that. That soldier will bomb you on bats. And then what's your position? So my whole argument here is you're better off using the Latrange, honestly, at least in my opinion, in the current meta of Invite, if you're not on the best team because you don't have the most space to make full usage of your mechanics and 1v1 ability because your team is going to be perpetually on the back foot or in some type of generally evenly contested fight. So you'll see that here. So I'm running out of cloak, and I'm stuck in a shitty spot here. I'm kind of like, okay, what the hell do I do? So fortunately the Ubers come out, which honestly is beneficial for me because this takes eyes off of me for a bit while the Ubers are going on, and then I can try to get in for a post fight, which I can. I got the sniper, but as you can see, I'm kind of just stuck here. I scout out the soldier and pull to see if we need help, but we get him. Now I'm alive again, and I'm just calling my team to try to collapse on them in main, which is good. Get the medic. The demo's still here. I missed, but it's okay. I got the medic. That's good enough for me. And we should be able... Yeah, we get the demo after that. So that's a good exchange for me. And you'll see, I mean, the decision-making and everything was correct there. That was good on my end. However, you'll notice as their team starts playing better later in this demo that going for collapses like that doesn't really continue to work as well as it did there at the beginning. Right now we have the benefit of starting early in the game playing aggressively, so they don't fully know how to counter it yet because they haven't, had time to reflect on it yet. So you'll see here they're going to refight cap. I feel like the heavy's a free pick here because he's trying to edge cap, and I get him. So free pick. Just call the sniper's runes. Really important for this map. And they're still playing behind the point. So I'm going behind right now. I'm trying to collapse on them again. Unfortunately, we were a little desynced, I think, with the collapse. Yeah, as you can see, it looked like our demo backed up and then got sniped during it, which is okay. I don't think we had Uber yet. I think we might have called that a little bit preemptively, but that's besides the point. That right there, that can be chalked up to either me just making, a stupid aggressive play without needing to, or some type of miscommunication on our team's end. So now we're in pool, figuring out what we want to do. I'm just playing here because I know we have people fighting pool. I'm just playing here to try to be annoying during this fight because I know, even though they're using into us, that I can just still be annoying in this fight. And you'll see, look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about earlier. Yes, I get the kill, and yes, I live after it in the 1v1 where the Pyro's weak, so I have the upper hand and the advantage, and I win it. But you notice, as soon as I get that kill, I have people immediately rushing to try to trade me out for it. Now, fortunately that worked because we ended in a good position for the kind of post fight that happened there in Bathhouse. If we lost that post fight or positioning afterwards, I'm fucked here because they have no reason to not fully chase me back to runes. Because see, we're getting this much cap time, so they can't really afford right now to chase me back. Which you'll see though, that doesn't keep working as the rest of this demo goes on. Soldier bombs me on bats. Yep, as soon as I showed myself after they already know I was behind. Heavy was shooting me and the soldier bombed me. This is why I really think the Latranger is such a necessity for higher level play for Spy nowadays. People's reaction times and willingness to chase the Spy back has only gotten better and more impressive with each passing season, so it really feels like the Revolver just gives you diminishing returns over a course of the game as the other team's able to adapt more to how you're playing. And unfortunately with Spy, yes, you can change up a lot of what you do, but the core mechanics of the class are always going to stay the same. It's always going to be an insta-kill class, it's short range only, and you can only really trade people out from usually... well, you can trade them out from any range with the Revolver, but they typically need to be weakened first to actually get a lot of kills. You can't consistently take Ubers and Beam like you can in a Classic Scout and just 1v1 everybody. You just can as Spy. So... you'll see here, they're going to fight. Again, I'm in a weird position. And right here, I really wish I was on the Ranger because stock knife or stock gun isn't even really providing me much utility here. I just, you know, help team up and get the heavy just to finalize a kill here. They end on ramp, which is fine for us. We win this round, it looks like, pretty convincingly from what I remember. So we're kind of just chilling here. I'm just waiting to respawn at the moment. So, actually, oh, okay, no, I changed my loadout. So, I was thinking of skipping through that. I don't think I need to. I'm definitely going to skip through parts of this in downtime or respawn time or halftime. Yeah, so like right here, but you'll see. So, I had a very good first round here. You'll see, though, in the second round of this first half that things start to trail off a little bit. What I was doing before stops working as well, and you're about to see that. So, we start into the mid. They're going to fight cap. I decided I want to mix up my mid, and I want to go for the people on the other side of the cap. So, beef the stab, which is unfortunate. Now, granted, I don't think the demo was close enough to me to begin with. And I think we win the mid somewhat anyways. We at least keep it a little bit close for the time being. Right now, I'm just seeing if I can salvage anything with the disguise. They know I'm a spy, so I just back up. I don't want to lose my life for that, and we help get the sniper anyways. So, I'm kind of just waiting right here, seeing if I can get another... basically seeing if there's any other openings for the window they have to refight the cap. And there's nothing there, so I just go back to spawn. I'm kind of chilling here. I'm like, okay, well, I can probably spawn camp the sniper, which is what I set out to do. Unfortunately, he goes the other way, which is fine. This is something you just kind of have to deal with on Spy, so I'm like, okay, you know what, might as well see if I can get the telly. I take it just so I'm not stuck at their spawn in a weird position, and I want to go for the medic here, but they use before I can even get into position. And I don't know if maybe that was used earlier because I got called earlier in the medic and they just didn't want to risk dropping to me there. I don't know. I don't think so. But regardless, I mean, we basically were trying to die there anyways to try to get a sack, and that was the quickest way I could get in. So that was my my reasoning for that. So at this point, it's going to be a dry fight here. Something I love on this map during dry fights, pressure the shit out of pool with your team whenever you can. Yep, so you can see right here, we're helping fight these guys out of pool. We get the heavy and we get the soldier out, which is fine. Sniper's ruins. Just kind of waiting right now. Right here, I'm trying to do as much damage as I can because I'm out of cloak. See right there, I hit every single shot I needed to hit on that soldier just about. And it still didn't mean anything because there were so many people already there, already expecting me to go for that type of play. I was, I think, 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on all of the shots I fired off, and it just didn't even matter because I physically just cannot do enough damage to trade out a soldier and a sniper looking at me and the other people on their team looking at me as well. In a position like that, if I had the Ranger, I wouldn't have even been needed to like be forced to decloak there to begin with. I could have held onto the cloak and repositioned myself for a better fight later on. But instead, because I was on stock Revolver, I didn't have the freedom to do that. I was forced into a fight I didn't want to be in. And even when I do hit all my shots, it doesn't matter because there's enough people there anyways to outnumber me when I try to do it. So, you'll see I stay on stock Revolver here just to kind of figure it out, but at this point I'm already considering swapping off of it. As you will see later in this demo, on this half, I eventually get off of it entirely. So here, I notice the pyro's out of position. I figure, you know, this sniper's probably free, decloak on him, get him. So, right now, I'm kind of just hanging out, waiting for this Uber exchange to end. Remember, you always want to make sure you don't go in during an Uber exchange when it's even, so I'm just kind of waiting it out right now. I kind of realize here I might be able to do some type of pressure, but they're already looking backwards. So again, another situation where I don't have enough cloak to do what I want and go where I want, so I'm forced to try to just play to be annoying and put on some type of pressure even when I know it realistically doesn't do much, just because I know I have nothing better to do because I'm in a crippled situation where I just can't position myself the way I want. And then you'll see here, even this is how I used to love playing on this map, sitting on bats and just peppering them and forcing them to react to me at some point. Now, teams are smart enough to know when this is happening and they react to it much faster. You can see the heavy's already shooting me and the soldier's already bombing dance floor or bats. So, what am I doing here in this fight? I mean, that's a bit of a rhetorical question. I can't do anything at this point. The soldier knows I'm here. The heavy knows I'm here. Now, granted, the heavy's going to be fighting cap, but that's already been called to their team. What type of positioning do I really have here to do anything? I mean, I'm lucky right now. I'm kind of overstaying my welcome here, honestly, at the moment. I'm lucky this soldier isn't fighting me. He should be at this moment. And then right here, you can see I keep just playing to be annoying. And there, again, all just sitting on ruins. So, again, the stock revolver just does not give me much utility here. Now, I got the heavy kill down there, which was good, but I could have done the same thing with the Ranger, and yeah, maybe I wouldn't have gotten the kill, but somebody else would have cleaned him up for me. I would have just done enough damage and pressure to at least get the kill for our team regardless, which is really the problem with running stock knife or stock revolver over Ranger, at least in my opinion, for the meta now. Right here, this guy is just kind of being weird and creepy. Fortunately, I lose to it. That was my fault. I should have checked to see if there's anybody rolling out. But granted, again, I'm stuck in another shitty position because I just don't have enough cloak. Now, yes, part of this is map design, where there's just not many ammo kits on this map. But I am playing essentially how I used to always play on this map, and I feel like I'm being more caught out by a lack of cloak than ever before. Despite playing the exact same way, and making generally the exact same types of decisions that I normally would. So, you'll see here, I get through the cross fortunately, I'm chilling in pool. Want to see if I can get on the soldier. I opt to just ignore him because I think the sniper's a bigger threat if I can actually get on him in time. I get him, and then look at this. I get my kill, and then I immediately have someone chasing after me. Now, what you'll notice is that, yeah, he's 108 HP. I could take out the revolver, and I could try to 1v1 him, but in a situation like this where our team is already 4 down, they're down 1, who is the sniper that I just killed, they know I am a free kill on their ruins if they send enough people back. You can see the NG's already starting to come back here, and I'm literally, that was like just essentially like a second or two after, immediately after I had gotten that kill. So if the NG's coming back and he's calling it, it's safe to say the rest of their team is going to be coming back. And then look at what happens here in Bathhouse. Trying to get some ammo, and you can already see people are checking it. People are already checking Bathhouse. And to just further illustrate my point, this guy was literally blocking the exit to try to make it so I couldn't leave because he knew I was in there. So, what is to be learned from this exchange? Stock Revolver did fucking nothing for me there. Look, and I'm already getting chased back again. I mean, at this point in the game, I really wish I had Revolver just for the cloak. Fortunately, I'm able to live because that scout is scared to fight me, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong. I'm happy I have that, but you can see it's just, the stock revolver just isn't giving me value in this match as it normally would be. Like, that really is just the best way to try to explain things right now, and I really don't know how much better to put it. And look at that, I'm not even getting a kill there. I'm literally shooting at the demo for a total of 6 shots, and I'm already being bombed by their soldier on their own bats. And this isn't even to criticize the way they're playing. This is just how teams play now. Like, genuinely, what good does the stock revolver do for me here in this scenario? I mean, genuinely. I would be so much better off here going Ranger at this point of the game. I get more time to spot things. I can move around easier. I can pick and choose the fights and the decloaks I want to go for more. And then here, look, again, I'm just put in a weird fucking shitty position because I have no cloak, so I decide, see if I can just flip the coin and try to get a kill. To at least make it so I'm at least somewhat useful here, and I don't even get it, because, I mean, I knew that was a shitty decloak, I just had to roll the dice because there's so little time left, right? So you can already see, even though I did good that first round, and I didn't do bad this round, it's pretty easy to see that the wheels are starting to fall off for how I want to play for this game. Now right here, this is okay. This is perfectly fine. Sniper's looking at pool, make sure to call it. And then right here I start crossing. The Renji dies. So this is basically sniper freeload for me, assuming I can get him in time. He rotates out though. Good play, but you know, it's again one of those things where, yes, I had the stock revolver, and yes, in an ideal world, if I'm better, I hit my initial, what, like first shot there before he drops down, but I don't see a world where it's just, even if I do hit that shot, where it's worth trying to chase him into main when I know the team is already going to be there, you know? So, and look, again, I'm already getting chased out because I'm stuck on their bats with no real type of positioning. Like, genuinely, what options do I have here to do? Like, yes, that's nice. That's good pressure for me, shooting their team, you know, doing some good chip damage and other stuff like that, but, I mean, again, it's just, they're not even really close enough for our team to do that much with it. Like, there's just... And I'm hit. You can see I'm, like, not even really missing my shots that much there, but it's just... There's nothing to do, even when I hit the shots, and then I just get chased and hunted down anyways. I would much rather have the Latranger there, just so I could position myself better. Yeah, and then we're all just kind of dying, which is whatever. I mean, I'm not doing this demo review to talk about my own team or anything like that. It's fine. I mean, trust me, I knew we played bad. And I knew even myself I didn't play as well as I could have in this match. I still think I did pretty good, but yeah. And then look at this, again. I'm stuck fucking sitting in these weird shitty spots because I just don't have enough cloak. Like, you can see there, like, yeah, I'm on stock Revolver and I do some good stuff there. And I'm able to get the telly, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but... I mean... Did the stock Revolver really help me out that much there? It's like... Not really. I mean... Yes, it was helpful because it did enough damage, at least to the Enchi, to kind of force him to at least not want to fight me there, but... I don't know. I really just don't think that the stock Revolver is just that good anymore, as crazy as it sounds. Now, that was a bad decloak for me. I will take full accountability for that. That was kind of just a limit test. And honestly, that was kind of a coin flip. I knew that was going to be a coin flip just to see if I could get the sniper. But I didn't, which is fine. But yeah. So, skip forward a little bit more. So I bumped the spy here in pool, and then look at this. Look at how I'm already being chased, and I'm forced to basically clear my disguise and hold a S and surf the rocket backwards just to avoid dying there in pool. And then I have to spend more time getting cloak again on our side of the map while we don't have cap, which means they get more time off the clock, and it's just more time. I mean, yes, now they finally capped, but ideally I was expecting them to cap earlier because it's probably what they should have been doing, but I digress. But you can see it's just... Man, I feel bad because this is kind of just turning into a rant video, but I just... I don't even know how to phrase it. I just don't see the value that stock Revolver gives you. I mean, look at this. Even if I hit my shots, what does it do for me here? I mean, like, they already know I'm here, and I'm not doing anything to help my team actually win these fights, because I'm not in any type of position to ever truly just do anything. Which I mean, you can see it right here. Like... And then look, again, I'm stuck at fucking spawn, because I just don't have cloak to do anything. And like, my only realistic option here is to try to spawn camp the sniper, which I'm pretty sure I get here. Yeah. But it's like, again, yeah, that's a good pick. And it's not a bad usage of time, really, but I would have rather been more engaged with the fight before then. And you can see here, this is kind of just a coin flip decloak to see if I can get anything, and I don't. And then I get chased back. Now, granted, I don't think I should have gone there at all. I kind of wanted to see if I could just get lucky and hopefully get a kill, and I don't. So... Also, sorry, I'm not talking as much because my throat is kind of starting to hurt, but... And I didn't get any water, but yeah, you can see here. So I finally get thrown the cross, which is good. There's snipers on the bridge. But this Engi's just protecting him. I mean, let's say even if I can win my 1v1 against the Engi, he has people waiting right here on the ramp, and he has that mini behind the fence thing. Now that was rancid. I should have hit my shots there. That was entirely my bad. That was probably a kill if I hit my shots better, but even if I do kill him, really what much more does that do at this point, right? Because they're already just waiting. I mean, I'm just in such a bizarre spot here. No, yes, I probably get the sniper here, which is good. Let's see. Yep, that's good. But the end result of what I ended up doing there would have been the same if I was on the Latranger, and it would have been even easier because I would have had more cloak to work with. So I'm kind of just waiting right now, seeing if I can get any type of general vision on what's happening, because, I mean, it's going to be the last fight of the game, most likely. And I need to make sure my team knows what's going on. So I know they're max low, and I know I need to go in soon here, so I'm kind of just waiting. Wait it out, because I'm still not in a fucking position here to do anything. Because, I mean, look at what they're fucking doing to spend OT. And then I'm just so out of the fucking fight here at the end. Now, fortunately, our team is able to win it, but it's like, in these types of situations, I really wish I fucking just had the stock knife. Or, not stock knife. Latranger for a gun. Like, I got insanely lucky there that our team was able to win that fight basically on their own without me really doing much. Now, yes, you can make the argument I was drawing some type of attention and issuing some type of pressure with the revolver, but I could have done the exact same thing with the Latranger and had more wiggle room of what I wanted to do during that fight. But because I'm on stock revolver, I have such worse positioning and cloak I can work with to really figure out what I want to do. So you'll see in the second half, like, I just got fed up with it, and I think I just changed my loadout entirely for what I end up doing. So, I'm gonna leave this on 600% for now, until this finishes up. But hopefully what I'm saying is making sense. I'm gonna get water before this finishes, so sorry. I just wanted to say I basically got back to my computer. I went all the way downstairs and got water. I just got back to my computer basically as this half started, so and I don't want to reverse it because that's always shitty for, you know, demos like this. But you can see probably, even though it's sped up, I changed my loadout, and you can see it here in the mid. I'm on now Latranger, and I should be on stock knife, but maybe still Spicicle. But I think I'm on stock knife, and you're gonna see, yes, I'm on stock. Look at how I'm able to play this mid because of stock knife on top of Latranger. Fast decloak, get the demo, good. And now I don't feel as anxious. I can basically take this route to get to their sniper faster on the mid because of the added cloak from the Latranger. I mean, yes, he turned around and I didn't get the kill, which sucks, but I at least was able to take him out of the fight to turn around. I forced him to turn around there, so our team is able to actually at least fight Cap a little bit more, which is still decent pressure even if I don't get the kill. That probably sounds like cope, because it probably is to some extent, but I mean, every second as spy you can prevent their sniper from playing the game is just better for your team. So yeah, I get bumped here. Unfortunately, they didn't even fully notice I was in pool here, which is very good for me. So I'm kind of just chilling out right now, waiting to see if I have any openings. And this is why I love Retranger. I mean, I can just sit in pool here for so long because I just have so much more cloak to work with, and I'm able to live. If I'm on stock revolver, I fucking die there so much sooner because I just don't have this much time to really figure out what's going on and figure out what I want to do to approach that situation as a spy. No, yes, I'm at spawn, getting the tally, but in my defense, it's downtime, and I need a cloak anyways, and I'm not too worried about it because I know if I want to get back into the fight, I can do it pretty quickly because I have enough cloak I can work with here. Like, look at this. I'm able to just right now essentially do what I want. I don't want to decloak on the sniper there and try to shoot him because, yes, even though he's low and yes, I'm in position, I'm still invis. I have to decloak and then hit my shot on him, and my assumption is that their medic's competent enough to hit the arrow on the sniper before I can finish my decloak, which is what ends up happening, so I made the right decision there. And then right here, you can see I'm still sitting on bats, yes, but now I have more liberty to go to point if I really want to. Look at that, free kill. Because I know I have more time and more cloak to work with to really feel the situation out. On stock revolver in the current meta, it just feels like you're perpetually on a timer, and it feels like you're forced to rush so many of your decisions. Whereas here, I'm able to get in pretty quickly. Unfortunately, they spot me, or I get called, so I can't fully commit to what I wanted to do. But nonetheless, I'm still okay with this, because right now I can still wait, I can get my health, and I'm on Latranger, so I know I have more than enough time to figure out what I want to do here and position myself where I want to be. So right here, I'm positioning myself to be in main. Fortunately, the heavy's rolling out. And because of Latranger, I have more cloak to work with. I can hide here. Want to test him again. He knows I'm there, so I can go back to hiding in the corner. And then he goes to cap. And then fortunately, because I'm still on Latranger, I can sit up here and look at this. Look, I have so much more cloak to work with. I can get this. Even in spite of how hard I'm getting chased right now, I still have enough cloak to keep myself hidden and position myself how I want and where I want. And that's why this gun is so much better, in my opinion, in the current meta of how Spy is played. People are going to be perpetually looking for you. You're better off using all the tools you can to position yourself better for dealing with this type of gameplay, rather than banking on being able to win all of your 1v1s or even 1v2s. Yes, that was probably a not great play. Our team called we wanted to fight ruins a bit. You can see our soldier and heavy looked like they peeked it there. Unfortunately, our timing was a bit off, so I didn't get to really do much there, but it was a good try nonetheless. If our team was more coordinated, it would have worked. I mean, I basically got thrown into play on this team the day of this match, so we were still working through some timing and coordination issues, but it's okay. But yeah, so they're in pool, and then again, I don't feel rushed here to really fully need to cross through pool immediately. You can see I can kind of take my time, I can chill in corners more, I can figure out what's going on. No, yeah, I die here, and that was not great for me. The heavy killed me. I didn't think he was personally going to push pool. I assumed here, because his sniper was ruins and it looked like nobody else was there, he was probably going to sit with his sniper until they got somebody to rotate over and watch their sniper, but that didn't end up happening. That was a mispredict on my part, and I got punished for it, which is okay. I deserved to die there. I was not positioned as well as I could have been, but still, I mean, right now I get to do so much more because I can pick more of what I want to be doing right now at this stage in the game. If I still want to pressure them from bats with the gun and be annoying, I still can, and an added upside of the Lestrange is that I get added cloak here for every shot I hit with it, which just gives me more time to reposition and rotate and move myself around if need be. So that's kind of just what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to wait out to see what their combo's doing at the moment. I just take the telly because I need to get out of this position. Right there I went for a kill, but not a kill, but a trick stab on the people going to fight pool. Just because I was kind of in this awkward spot. Honestly, I had enough cloak there to leave. You can see where that was definitely my fault. I should have played better there. I should have just left the situation. I shouldn't have even tried going for it, but I figured the round's still close. We still have a good amount of time. We still have cap. I can afford to be a little bit more aggressive than I'd like to. So that was my reasoning for that. But yep, you'll see. So they're all ruins, and it's still, again, it's really nice with the Lestrange. I can still just kind of choose what I want to do here, and it's like, yeah, even if I get chased a bit, I have so much more time to work with, like what I'm doing right now. I mean, I can basically just spot things for as long as I want right now. Right here, I'm trying to go on their team. Unfortunately, demo turns at the last second, but I'm able to surf it out, which is good. And we end up getting the medic anyways. So right here, you can see I'm about to get the ammo, and unfortunately, because of the Lestrange, I have a good amount of cloak here to figure out what I really want to do. The Lestrange itself doesn't really start showing much this initial round, but at least I can tell just by watching this that I feel a lot more comfortable in my positioning and rotating between fights, especially during downtime. And the other reason why I'm using the stock knife here is that Pyros play so hard now to just basically be permanently on spy check duty, which I don't think is the best way to play Pyro, but that's how they play. So if they're going to be spy checking anyways, the spy skill doesn't really do much because they're going to be devoting all their resources to that. I might as well just be on stock knife and roll the dice and predict that my timing and my decloaks are going to be better than their spy checking, because yes, they will light me on fire, but because I'm on stock knife, they probably won't even be able to react to it in time. Whereas with the Spicicle, you just constantly get hit by stupid kind of BS flames, honestly, in a lot of situations like that, where you probably don't deserve to get hit by them, but you do anyways. Or it's just the inevitability that the Pyro ends up spy checking regardless. Even if your timing right up until you get the kill is like perfect, and then they turn around at the last second and you get fucked over. And I don't even say that as if the Spicicle is bad. I still really like the Spicicle. I just think it's much more powerful on some maps than others. And I just think on a map like Lakeside, how I figured out I like to play the map now, it just doesn't really fit how I want to play for it. So Yep, you can see they're checking the cross and pull, but it's nice because I still have enough cloak to figure out what I want to do. Look at this. I mean, they've been spy checking this fucking bathhouse for like 15 seconds straight now, and I've taken like, what, 16 damage, and I'm still in the position where I want to be for this fight, and then look at what I'm able to do on cap because of it. Get a free pyro pick, which means, again, I can get ready to go for something bigger here if I really want to, because I just took the pyro out of that fight for free. Yep, and I can still bring myself to position myself wherever I want right now. Yep. This is why I love the Latranger. I mean, look at this. It's like, yeah, even if you want to chase me, look at how much cloak I get back from this guy. I mean, it just gives you so much more flexibility for what you want to do. I mean, like, genuinely, it is so nice to use. And look at this. Look at how many resources it's taking to fucking go back and chase the spy. I mean, like, even, again, if I'm on stock knife there, it doesn't do anything for me anyways. And unfortunately, you know, my team's good enough. We play off of it. I mean, yeah, I probably overstayed a little bit, but, I mean, it is kind of creepy for the sniper to go back and spy check. Now, granted, I should have been out of that fight longer, or earlier, I should say, but I really like the Latranger, honestly. It feels like it's just so much easier to figure out what I want to do and take the game at the pace that I want to play at. I mean, again, like, I wasn't expecting the NG to be there, but because I'm on the Latranger, I can actually react to the situation how I want and rotate myself as I see fit. Look at this free sniper pick, get to hide behind here, and then look at all this cloak I have to work with. You can see it, the second I'm getting that sniper pick anyways, the NG and the soldier are already there, so what does the revolver even do for me in that situation? Like, I can't fight off both of them, because if I engage the 1v1 in the NG's gonna call it, the soldier's gonna bomb me, so even if I get the NG, I still get traded out by the soldier anyways. So I'm better off getting the kill and then just leaving with the extra cloak that I now have from this weapon. And then look, I'm able to position myself in main to get the demos I want. I'm able to get here to get the scout in case our heavy wasn't able to get him. And I can just sap the telly for free. Yep, so sniper rolled out runes, which is fine. I'm going to decloak on him aggro here, get him for free. And now again, I can kind of just do what I want. I mean, I really feel like I have so much time here to spot what I need to at this point of the game. Right here, you can see I'm kind of at a weird spot. Oh, I remember this, yeah. Honestly, see, in that position, Spicicle would have been better there, because I wouldn't have gotten lit on fire by the pyro, and I could have just left the situation earlier. Again, that was my bad. You can see where I'm still a little bit rusty, where I notice with some of these fights I'm staying in much longer than I need to be, but it's okay because leading up into that moment, I feel like I got really good value out of just that one life, and I really do primarily think it's because of the Latranger, and a little bit of the stock knife, because you can just play to trade for people with stabs more with this type of playstyle. I'm gambling more on my positioning and my timing, see right there with something like that, rather than my DM capabilities, because yes, even though I get that kill, in a situation like this, I get the kill, they immediately all start shooting me, and the soldier bombs me. What does the stock revolver do for me here? I mean, really, I would still much rather have the Latranger, like I've been saying basically this whole video, to live in situations like this. Now, I might still end up dying, because if the guy's smart and he sees where I land, where I take fall damage, he can just shoot a rocket at the floor and kill me. But this is really nice. Look at this. Look at how much cloak I have to work with here. And I can still get a little bit more just from shooting that heavy. And now I can completely reposition myself how I want to here for this next fight. This free sniper on bats. And I can just keep taking the game at the pace that I want to play at. Look at that. And I still get the medic anyways. I mean, I collapse in main. The Latranger was just such a boon for that scenario. Like, I'm still able to get the kill anyways on that range because it's just so close, and I'm the Latranger. I mean, it doesn't even matter if I'm not on stock revolver. I'm still able to do enough damage with it. I would, like, to simplify it in case it still doesn't make sense for people, Latranger is better because it gives you more flexibility, and it gives you more time to actually read the situation that you're in. Now, the trade-off is that you lose 1v1 DM capabilities, but if you're confident in yourself enough as a spy player, with the Latраnger, I bet on the fact that I can rotate better, and I can position myself better, and I can decloak better than I can 1v1. Which is just, that's how the spy meta is. I would much rather bank on being able to position myself properly and decloak properly than trying to win 1v1s that I shouldn't be winning anyways. And if I do win them, it's because I get lucky. Because I get bailed out by my own aim or by the enemy team just being bad with dealing with 1v1s. But in an ideal world, in a vacuum where the other team is fully competent, those instances will not play out how you want. And then look at this, bump the heavy, and I still have enough cloak to just maneuver around how I want. I'm not even worried here. I'm just keeping vision on them, figuring out what I want to do. I can go up to bats here, and I can just be annoying if I really want to. Or I can go to ruins and get ready to just kill the sniper, which is what it looks like I'm about to do. Now I get spotted out here, which is okay. I mean, really, look at this. Yes, they know I'm here, but at the same time, I know that they're going to be chasing me, so I can just position myself out of their firing range while I have 4 people hunting me, and because I'm on Latраnger, I have enough time to survive it. Now that is that is just straight up weird. Ideally, God, I don't even know really what I did wrong there. That just felt very bizarre. But I think what I should have done is rotate closer to ruins, honestly, rather than on the dance floor, because they already knew I was there. But you can see, because of the Latраnger, I mean, you can already tell between this half and the first, their team is playing much, much, much more spy check heavy, even the demo man. So, free heavy there, which is good. And now their team's going to be getting ready to come back to cap soon. Free pyro, that wouldn't have mattered anyways if I was on Revolver because he's low HP enough. Right here, I'm kind of just waiting things out. Try to see if I can get the medic. Unfortunately, he turns around there. Yeah. And then I die. Unfortunate. Probably what I should have done there is waited out for our team to be fully ready to refight. I just wanted to see there if I could get the medic. I think that's a decent chance to risk your life on, especially when there's this much time left in the round. So I was okay with that. Then right here, I don't want to let the soldier fight from pool. Unfortunately, the sniper spots me, weirdly enough, so I can't commit on him because I know I've already been called. So I just back up. And again, with the Latраnger, it's really nice because I have so much time to just position myself how I want for this final fight. I mean, look at this. I basically walked all the way from their spawn back to cap, and I didn't even really have to worry about cloak at all while being able to maintain vision on them. So, know what their percentage is. I know this Uber is going to come out. My goal here is for our team to get cap time before the Uber comes out, and then I'm going to play to kill them post-Uber after the exchanges come out when we already have cap time to make sure we can win overtime. And as you can see, that's what it looks like I'm about to do here. Free medic. Unfortunately, I get chased out. We end up losing the post-fight, which is unlucky. I still think I made the right decision there to wait it out because you can't kill people during an Uber exchange as spy. I mean, they're literally, they're going to be invulnerable, but it's okay. I still think I was in a good enough position there at the end of that round to at least do something in the post-fight that should normally help our team win. Unfortunately, I think we fumbled it a little bit, but it's okay. So right here, this round, I remember, I think starting at this point is when I really started getting into my rhythm more of what I wanted to do against this team. You can see I want to keep doing the same mid against them where I decloak aggro, but as you can see, they're playing much more passive now in the mid. Their demo's playing in a way where he basically keeps kind of backing himself off that high ground on Obelisk, and they're playing their pyro to have him spot it, like as you can see here. So that decloak isn't going to work that quick in the mid. Fortunately, now it should work because they're trying to play cap now. And free pyro pick. And now this makes my job easier if I want to recommit here. I ultimately look like I end up choosing not to recommit there, which is fine. I might have been able to, but I chose not to take that risk at that point. Now though, now I know I can do it. Pyro's dead, Sniper's on Obelisk alone, literal free kill. And again, look at how much time I have to work with here. because I'm on Latranger. I mean, seriously, I can get my kill, instantly leave, go get a health kit, continue spotting things, do a little bit of damage just to be annoying, and I just keep, you know, I keep myself engaged in the fight somewhat. Like, sorry, I had to drink water there, but even with these weirdos rolling out, I can still kill the Engie, right? Soldier's already bombing back. I know I'm called. That's fine by me. Here I decloak to see if I can get the demo. Unfortunately, I don't. I beef it. But it's not a huge deal. In an ideal world, I don't miss my backstab there, but we still have cap, so it's okay. So right here, the heavy's in pool. Make sure to call it to our team so I can try to get on him soon. Now, unfortunately, he knows I'm here, but we rush him, so it doesn't matter. And then, yep, you can see right here, reposition myself, free kill on bridge, get him. Even though I know I'm going to be chased here, I mean, look at all this shit flying out. Like, literal crits from the engineer to spy check it out. And I'm still in a good position to do things. So again, I'm still just kind of spotting stuff right now. Free pyro. They still have a lot of people ruin side, which is fine by me. I mean, I have so much time here to maneuver around, which is really nice. Unfortunately, the Engie spots me before I can finish my decloak. I wanted to just try 1 or 2 tapping the sniper there, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it. The Engie was already waiting, but it's okay. Because now, again, I have so much time here to figure out what I really want to do, and my thought process here is, okay, one of these guys is free, and I get the heavy, which is good. So now I'm going to speed through this a little bit. I'm just going to let the rest of this demo play out a little bit and not talk as much because I did a lot of yapping at the beginning of the video, and I think most of what I said is starting to just be proven it's true at this point. Again, this type of playstyle may not work for everybody, but I found it to be the most successful for me. So yeah, sorry, I don't have much to say right now. Right there, I wanted to see if I could get the medic. Again, risky play. Knew it probably wasn't going to work, but, you know, I figured I have enough leeway at this point in the match where I can just go for things like that. Or, not at this point in the match, but at this point in the round at least, so. Thought I heard a spy there, I think. I don't know why else I would have checked that. But yeah, right here you can see I'm still just kind of spotting things. Trying to figure out what red is trying to do here. Sniper's runes, they're like 20% Uber. So, they're going to fight cap. My goal here is I probably want to decloak on this demo again, or whoever's going to be going to fight point. Which, again, looks like is what I'm doing. Yep, free kill. Playing behind cap. Just going to do the same thing again at this point. Unfortunately, nobody walked into the area. They kind of just hugged that left-hand side of the point more, where I was expecting them to be playing more towards the central part of it. Unfortunately, they weren't, and I got just killed for it. I predicted wrong. I probably could have scouted it out a little bit better before the decloak. But yeah. I still think I made the right play there. I just needed to check it a little bit more beforehand. So, you can see right here, just spotting things in pool. Unfortunately, I got tagged on the fucking cross. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a round losing cross, because I think we end up losing this round now. I think what I should have done is probably just cross through cap at this point, but it's okay. I mean, that was, I think, really the first cross I got caught on the entire game so far, and we're, like, already in basically the end of the second half, so... Yeah, very useful. But, it's alright, so, looks like, I want to start trying to go for another aggro decloak here on cap. Unfortunately, we lose a bunch of players, so it makes it a little bit tricky, but I think I can get it. Just barely miss it. But I end up living, so it's okay. It's not a huge deal. Sorry, I just wanted to see if that would stop lagging as much. Yep, you can see right here again, just keeping vision on stuff. Free kill. And then right here, I am really just waiting for the fucking final moments here to try to go in. The medic turns at the last second, and I'm not able to drop him, which is very unlucky. I know the sniper knows I'm here. I'm trying to just annoy him at the moment, just to keep him out of the fight. They get heals and Uber on him again, so I know I want to keep extending this OT fight for as long as I can, so I go to sap the telly to slow them down more, and then I want to decloak on here on the cap and stop them from doing stuff at the end. Get sniper, get demo, we don't touch. So, dude, okay, unironically, I think I played that overtime fight perfectly. I think the only thing that would have been better is if I had killed that medic when he had gotten to 98 or 99, but unfortunately he turned around at the last second. But I think what happened after that, I played perfectly. It was, it's really funny. I watched a little bit of the Twitch cast of this match, and people thought I was baiting in that last fight, where, like, baiting in a negative way. I was baiting in a way that gives us the best chance of winning the round at that point. I mean, I felt like I provided so much more utility, staying alive in those moments, and being annoying, and keeping them perpetually turning around, and even getting 2 kills at the very end on the sniper and demo, but unfortunately we just don't touch the cap. But I digress. I think I played that really well. And you're going to see this next round is the last round of this whole map. This is the very, very, very last round of this entire map. It's golden cap, so at this point, I know it's last round. I know I'm going to need to play really well this round for us to win. And I think at this point, I have enough of their team's playstyle for this map figured out, so you'll see what happens. Another aggro decloak on mid. Unfortunately, I don't get anything, and I die for it. The pyro literally walks across point to kill me there, so it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I'd rather live there, but it's okay. It's not terrible. I still think I made the right decision for what I did on this mid. They finally expected it, so. But yeah, you can see it's really not even that bad, because we're already starting to get cap time again anyways. And I mean, at this point, I know what I can do here. Right now, I'm waiting for their team to fight cap. Now, this is a rare time I'm going for a kill during an Uber, because most heavies, especially at this point of the game, not even most heavies, most players, they'll get greedy and they'll try to chase kills to try to be the game-winning player for their team. Fortunately, you can punish them for that, because everybody wants to be the hero of round 7, so. Yep, and you can see because I'm on Latranger, I have more time to cross and go to the pack and figure out what I want to do. So I see that demo's low, I decide I can probably snipe him, I get him. I'm still behind right now, just chilling out, figuring out more of how I want to play this. It's really funny, their demo is expecting me to spawn cam. I'm very glad I didn't end up committing to it. Me and the engineer are having a sapper war right now. I really wanted the tally, because I just figured, you know, in case this does go to overtime, I want to keep them slowed down and force their engine to have to go back and rebuild a tally at some point. So, and there's not much I can do at the moment anyways. But it's pretty nice, because I actually have a good amount of time here to figure out more of what I want to do. feel like I can probably chase the demo here, and I do, and I get him. Obviously, stock Revolver would have been better for that situation just because with the Latranger, because it doesn't do as much damage. You risk overstaying your welcome against that demo in a situation like that. Fortunately, I moved in a way to dodge his spam, and I hit, you know, basically all my shots on him, so it worked out. But just something to be wary of as a downside for the Latranger. So, Sniper's bats. I know I can probably get him here if I'm quick enough. Unfortunately, he has the NG with him. So, and then yeah, right there I kind of just, I didn't move well enough, honestly. I could have dodged him a little bit better. But, yeah. That I could have played better. I could have just moved in a better way. Creepy little Mori spy pick, not bad. I think the sniper feels like he's probably free, so I want to try to go on him. Unfortunately, they have the babysitter engineer waiting again, but it's alright. Aw, sniper turned, but free NG, little free NG pick, and I at least I keep their sniper worried. So go in here, see if I can get anything. Fortunately, I can't, but it's okay. Sniper gets arrowed, I think, actually at the end of that. Because that made no sense how he would have lived all those, but it's okay. Oh, this is funny. I remember this. Yep. So, the Latranger is really not even that bad for 1v1s, if you can win them. Because Biffle's a very good player, and I was able to just fully outplay him in that fight, even with the Latranger instead of the stock knife, so... Right here, keeping him worried, spending time running back into main to chase the spy instead of going to fight Cap. As we literally have just like only 20 seconds left, so. Yep, so right now I'm rolling out. So I know they're in pool fighting Cap, and I know we're down players, so I need to see if I can get something here. Get the heavy, good. Want to make sure I move here in a way to avoid dying after getting the stab, which is good. They're fighting Cap. Want to see if I could maybe get the NG. Unfortunately, I just barely miss out. But I make sure to focus the telly here. Free NG. And I really make sure to get the telly there because it's overtime, and I want to slow them down from getting to the point as much as I can. So right here, they're capping. I figure, you know, I'm going to see if I can flip the coin again, get lucky on Cap. I don't. That was definitely too aggressive of a play for what we're doing right now. We didn't even really have people fighting yet. I just wanted to see. I feel like at that point, it's worth going for the risk because, you know, getting a medic or a demo pick in that fight, or even Pyro, is potentially round winning for us, honestly. Because it keeps more of their team off the point. And then right here, I really want to make sure we keep fighting pool. So I focus it. Because I feel like we're going to win this overtime fight if we can win pool. So I beef on the soldier a little bit, but I still trade for him, which is fine. And then we get the heavy cleared out of pool, which is good. And we still have a minute left here, so I can figure out more of what I want to do. I just, you know, a lot of this map was on a bathhouse. I don't even want to go into that, but I'm okay with throwing my life away there to trade in bathhouse for the soldier, just to make sure we have a better chance of winning the round. Unfortunately, we don't capitalize on it, but it's okay. So, you can see here, again with the Latranger, I have so much time to really kind of dissect the situation, figure out what I want to do. Because right now, you know, my thought is, well, I'm going to stay close. Because look at how much they're spy checking right now, especially the heavy. So right now, I'm kind of just waiting. And the NG's already looking back, which is okay. Oh, God, that was cringe. I remember that. Yeah. I could have easily killed that heavy there if I had hit my shots a little bit more, but it's okay. Still behind them, and again, I know we're getting respawns here, and we already have a little bit of cap time, so I'm really trying to just live here to stay alive for this final fight and get at least one pick to help us win this. So that's what I do. Go in. Free demo. Now I can back up. that was my entire just end game there for that, basically final fight. And I get a free sniper pick just to ensure it. And we end up winning the map. And I don't know, I can't see a scoreboard, but I did very well on this whole map. I think I finished something like 44 and 30, something like that, which for Spy is very, very good. And you can see as the game went on, I was getting much more comfortable with my positioning and spotting calls and just calling in general and figuring out more of what I wanted to do. So that's kind of all I have to say, honestly, because I went through most of my points at the beginning of the video, but I hope that kind of half demo review, half meta analysis helps people a little bit figure out, how they want to play Spy. Because I personally think this is the best playstyle for me as it stands right now. For other people, they probably have different strengths and weaknesses compared to me. So this might not work for them, but this works really good for me, I think, now. So that's all I have to say. Bye.